Everyone. Once again, I am here to tell you about more quantitative techniques for managers, especially subject which is being taught in first semester of PGDM. So let's start further. In last video, we have discussed about that. What do you understand by statistics? What are the different types of measures of scales, and like nominal, ordinal, uh, interval, ratio scale we have discussed in brief. So further, if we talk about, as on the basis of these four types of measures of scales, so we can divide the data into two categories in a broader sense, like numerical, which is quantitative in nature, and categorical, which is qualitative in nature. Further, numerical, which is quantitative data, can be divided into discrete and continuous categories. To have more insight about these two types of quantitative and qualitative data types, let's have some examples. Uh, Data can be further classified as being qualitative or quantitative, means when we are collecting information like which is nominal or can be placed in arrange in descending or ascending order, means which is ordinal as well or can be ordinal. So both nominal and ordinal kind of data can be classified as qualitative data. And if we talk about interval and ratio data, both types of data can be classified as quantitative data. And for quantitative data, we have various statistical techniques to analyze the data. In qualitative data, as I have told you, that labels or names used to identify an attribute of each element, often referred as categorical data, use either the nominal or ordinal scale of measurement, can be either numeric or non-numeric. If it is numeric, it can be arranged in ascending or descending order only. Still, none of the mathematical operations can be applied, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division cannot be applied on qualitative data. And appropriate statistical techniques are rather limited for qualitative type of data. If we talk about quantitative data, as I have told you, that can be further divided into two categories, discrete and continuous. Discrete, whenever we are measuring how many, see where whole numbers are coming, like 1, 2, 3, and so on. And when information have been gathered in terms of decimals as well, so such kind of data would be called as continuous data. And here we make use, in the language we make use of word how much, like time, distance. So these all informations can be collected in decimals also. Might be possible that information is coming in decimals, so that would be continuous. Quantitative data are always numeric. Yes, we know that very well. Ordinary arithmetic operations are meaning for all kind of quantitative data. Now, if we talk about data sources, so there are two kind of data sources can be there, primary and secondary. In case of primary, if we are collecting data through experiments by conducting survey or by observations, so that is called primary data. And secondary data means the data or information which already have been published or available online. So someone also have collected that information, that is not a fresh data, so that is considered as secondary data source. On the basis of two types of data, qualitative and quantitative, we come to know that what kind of appropriate statistical techniques we can apply. Further, if we talk about the statistical methods or statistical techniques, the statistical techniques can be divided into two categories: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics simply means the techniques which are used to describe the data. These are statistical methods used to describe the data that have been collected. So, those techniques like mean, median, mode, skewness, measure of kurtosis, dispersion, standard deviation, these all kind of measures are considered as descriptive statistics, by using which we describe the population or we describe the data. I hope you are clear about descriptive statistics. And what are inferential statistics? Where we make estimations to infer about the population or we test the hypothesis. So here we make use of inferential statistical techniques. Further, we can include correlation regression as well. And what is the objective of using inferential statistics? To make decisions about populations. So basically, inferential statistics helps us in collecting the data, in preparing the questionnaires, and having sample of from the population, making inferences about that population on the basis of statistics we calculate from that sample. So we come to know that statistical techniques can be divided into two parts, two categories: descriptive and inferential statistics. There are some important terms to be used in statistical inference, like population. So what is population? The set of all elements of interest in a particular study. What is sample? A subset of the population is called sample. Statistical inference, the process of using data obtained from a sample to make estimates and test hypotheses about the characteristics of a population, is called statistical inference. What do you understand by census? Collecting data for a population means each and every element of the population, we are having information from each and every elements of the population. So that is called census. And what is sample survey? When we collecting data for a sample only to make inferences about the population. So that is called sample survey. So this was all about the two types of statistical techniques. Before that, we tried to understand about the two types of or we can say two categories of data, like quantitative data and qualitative data. Also, we discussed about that what are the different types of data sources: primary data and secondary data. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.